if you draw a line and trying to find like a similarity between like the millionaires, like 70% of the millionaires that's alive today and all of the world leaders, and try to find a similarity across all of them, they're all readers. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. To quote Sri Mulyani, actually, she said that reading is like shopping for thoughts. Instead of online shopping, you're shopping for ideas and opinions. And I feel like that's so beautiful. And it doesn't cost much. It doesn't cost as much.
Online shopping.
So, yeah. So why not give it a try?
Hi, welcome back to Women Inc. Talk. In today's episode, gue hari ini akan berdiskusi bersama Hayyu tentang pentingnya baca buku dan apakah buku non-fiksi lebih penting dari fiksi. So, untuk siapapun yang pada penasaran, please stay tuned. Hi, how are you?
Baik nih, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Hi. Today, it's very exciting day for us karena kita akan bahas-bahas buku which ever since gue kenal lo salah satu orang yang selalu baca buku di waktu luang lo, di setiap saat lah. Kayak kalau gue kenal lo baca buku setiap tipe buku tuh lo baca gitu. Nah,
okay.
Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. Nama gue Hayyu Marzuki. You can call me Hayyu. I'm currently based in Brisbane City, Australia. Gue selama 4 tahun kali ya. So I started my bachelor's here and then moved on to master's, and my background is in design and architecture.
Nice. Okay. Kalau dihitung-hitung, lo tuh total berapa buku yang bisa lo baca dalam 1 bulan misalnya?
Now that I'm working full time, gue sekarang cuma bisa baca buku 10 per bulan. Biasanya itu 6 physical books and 4 audiobooks. I love audiobooks. Tapi kalau misalnya lagi nggak baca buku, biasanya gue sampai 20
per bulan. Amazing.
Tapi dulu kan like no uni, vacation time. Yeah.
Oke, lo sekarang atau lo selama ini ada buku favorit lo nggak dari fiction or non-fiction?
Kalau bilang kayak buku favorit all time, my favorite book itu kalau fiction ya, itu The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
Okay.
Itu kayak all time favorite. Recommend everyone, no matter your age or what you're doing right now. Itu kayak gue kan selalu recommend itu. Tapi kalau misalnya non-fiction, gue baru aja nyelesain Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari.
Okay.
Itu seru banget ide. Itu kayak ngomongin tentang literally humankind. Dari kayak Homo sapiens sampai kita sekarang jadi the digital man. Terus kayak it's not like a typical history book yang kayak cuma ngasih, oh kita dulu jadi manusia purba, terus sekarang kita jadi pinter. Kayak he gave like his thoughts on like why did we change, why did we adapt. So it's not like all objective, but that's what makes it fun.
Kenapa sih reading tuh important for you?
First off, stress relief. Kayak sometimes I'm so sick of social media. And like if I go on YouTube, it's like a lot of people just debating and fighting with each other. Like I just don't like looking at my screen so much. Terus kayak book is like a release from all that. Okay, there's a narrative, there's a plot, done, that I can follow. Kalau misalnya gue YouTube, it's like, oh my gosh, so much to choose from, so much opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like too much. So like for me, that's why it's important. That's why I need to have it in my routine. It's like a certainty.
Oh, jadi itu hanya untuk stress relief lo?
Well, for me, reading is like leisure time. So I don't strategize much in terms of reading. Like, for example, I don't count how many pages I've read in that day or like how many books I've, consumed in a week. It's just like after work, after dinner, after all my chores are done, pick up a book and like just like tune off and get out of my head and just completely immerse myself into another world on a deeper level. A book is like an extension of a friend. You know that feeling when you've just like closed a really good book and it feels like you just lost a friend?
Okay, yeah.
The whole experience feels real and feels kind of physical.
Exactly.
Yeah. The thing is this, if you draw a line and trying to find like a similarity between like the millionaires, like 70% of the millionaires that's alive today and all of the world leaders, and try to find a similarity across all of them, they're all readers. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers.
Okay, great one.
Like a window into another person's soul. It's like somehow you can just like turn on a switch and then you're inside someone else's mind and you're inside their troubles and then you're inside their love life. And like suddenly you're out of your own head and into someone else's life.
Yeah.
Terus kayak it's like another level of practicing empathy.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's more to do with that.
Apakah untuk lo buku bisa merubah kayak point of view lo, perspektif lo terhadap sesuatu yang selama ini misalnya lo udah memiliki sebuah perspektif yang sebenarnya udah berakar lama yang akhirnya karena satu buku atau beberapa buku yang langsung bisa nge-transform the way you think that particular perspective gitu.
Kayak menurut gue, in every book that you're gonna read or you have read, they alter your perspective. Nah, each one of them itu akan selalu alter your perspective in some way.
Okay.
Kayak kadang-kadang mereka nge-confirm what you already know, but in another way mereka juga ada ngerubah, tapi kayak sometimes it's not like so point blank in your face. Kayak for example that book Homo Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari, itu juga ngejelasin tentang the occupation of Indonesia by the Dutch. Nah, terus kayak pas dulu kalau gue inget ya selama pelajaran sejarah dan dijelasin tentang how we're colonized, itu rasanya kayak the Dutch are just like really, really mean people. Like the white colonizers dan kayak gak punya hati, bla bla bla. But in that book, itu tuh kayak dikasih tahu juga kalau misalnya the Dutch are also experiencing poverty in their land. Kayak kalau mereka, it feels like in their eyes, if they don't do this, they die. So like you somehow empathize with your colonizer, and it's like it's kind of weird to go through that experience. Tapi kayak it's like, yeah, it's a different perspective.
Okay, interesting. Ketika lo baca buku, normally lo ngerasa nggak sih buku itu juga bisa memberikan kayak perasaan atau a feeling, a different ambience each time lo baca buku yang beda-beda gitu misalnya tipenya?
Yes, definitely. Jadi kayak kalau misalnya gue ya, kalau gue baca buku itu gue nggak suka baca genre yang sama one after another. Okay, for example, if I just read a crime book, I want to read a chick lit after. Gue mau ambience gue langsung 180 berubah.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm a different person when I'm like my atmosphere is like totally different when I'm reading a book. Apalagi kalau misalnya gue lagi baca buku misteri, that's why I hate reading mystery. Rasanya kayak gue paranoid gitu. Kayak gitu. But then I hate being in that atmosphere, and like after I know who's the murder, different atmosphere, chick lit.
Saan buku, lo pernah nonton ini nggak sih The Nocturnal Animals?
Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal?
Iya.
Yeah.
Lo nonton?
Nonton.
Oh my god, lo inget nggak sih itu cerita filmnya itu intinya ngomongin mengisahkan tentang ketika dia mau revenge sama orang with his past
Gue lupa ingat.
segala macam. Cara dia revenge-nya adalah ngirimin buku novel buatannya dia ke mantan istrinya, yang akhirnya mantan istrinya kayak lo gitu, Hai, yang masuk menjiwai buku itu, dia menyesal gitu loh, yang akhirnya gue ngerasa wow, book is actually that powerful, yang actually book can ngebuat lo rasanya tinggal di hidup seseorang atau beneran lo merasakan kayak lo sih, iya bener sih, kayak lo jadi merasakan sesuatu yang orang rasain gitu kan, Hai. Lo ngerasa penting gak sih baca buku tuh gak hanya non-fiksi, tapi sebenarnya fiksi itu juga penting gitu. Menurut lo gimana?
Fiksi juga penting. Reading fiction is actually a lot more than reading non-fiction in terms of like brain health. Kayak lo baca buku 6 menit aja, it can reduce your stress by 68%. I think there's a study on that. Terus malah for the long term, it can also like make you become a bit better speaker, a better empather. Is that a word? Kayak, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like there's a legit study on it. Like in terms of like brain function, it can also help to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's too. Reading fiction, not nonfiction. It's like I'm there with them, fighting their fights, being in the turmoil and the conflicts and the joy that the characters are feeling.
I see.
For nonfiction, I'm not saying kayak nonfiction tuh nggak ada guna ya. Of course, there are uses for it. It's practical knowledge. You need it to live. Duh. Tapi kayak jangan mikir reading fiction has no purpose and it's a waste of time and it's like reading fairy tales.
Oke, nice point. Jadi kita harus mulai membuka pikiran kalau fiction does serve their own purpose dan ya it's not only fairy tales gitu kan ya.
It's not just fairy tales. Fairy tales are fun though, yeah.
Ya, sebenarnya bener sih, mungkin kalau ngomongin mental health, mungkin karena kalau non-fiksi kan yang kayak serius. Iya gak sih? Sedangkan kalau fiksi agak imajinatif yang lo tuh bisa escape from the reality for a moment at least.
Iya. Terus nih, kayak reading non-fiction, like for me personally, kalau misalnya gue udah baca buku non-fiction, itu kan biasanya mereka nggak outline gitu kan. 1, this is what you do. 2, 3, 4. Terus gue baca buku and I'm like, okay, nodding my head. Yeah, bener. I close the book. Terus kayak gampang banget lupa.
Kalau apa?
Kayak, kayak non-fiksi. Kayak their instructions. Because they are instructions and you kind of have to go back to them.
Yeah, I totally get it. Okay.
Ya nggak sih? Tapi kalau buku fiction, itu kayak somehow it stays with you. If you really like it.
Oke, I get it. Maksudnya kayak kalau fiction, karena lo mengikuti, itu kan alur cerita kan. Sedangkan kalau non-fiksi kan iya kayak instructions, lo harus kayak gini. Kalau fiction karena itu cerita, ketika it stays with you, lo inget karakternya, lo inget momen-momen yang
di dalam situ. You also remember how you feel when that character is going through that. And that whole experience stays with you.
Oke. Kayak sebenarnya ada nggak sih buku fiksi yang menarik bagi lo?
Book haul. Yeah. So I'm currently reading Cirque by Madeline Miller.
Okay.
Ini seru banget. Ini kayak tentang a Greek goddess. And it's like, it talks about the representation of men in the Greek mythology. It's all about Zeus and Kratos and whatever. And it's always about like, it's all about the men. Terus kayaknya nggak so kayak, the women also matters in Greek mythology.
Amazing.
Very recommend this book.
Women empowerment. Ya bagaimana cara selalu memprioritaskan baca buku di keseharian lo?
Yang penting tuh lo jangan nge-glamorize reading. Jangan kayak mikir kalau gue baca buku, gue harus baca buku di ruang ber-AC, sofanya harus ada di sofa, harus ada bantal, in a closed space, my phone has to be off, blah blah blah. Like, don't glamorize it. Think of it kayak baca buku tuh sama aja kayak lo buka HP. Think of it like a second phone.
Gimana sih, Hype? Boleh nggak ngasih tips gimana untuk baca buku?
Yang penting gini, kalau misalnya lo mau get into the habit of reading, atau kayak mau bisa baca buku 1 bulan lah, kayak nyelesain 1 buku, like, don't be afraid of it. Don't think of it like it's a crash course diet. Go at it slowly. Ada kayak gue pernah nonton di YouTube, tipsnya bagus banget. Read 1 poetry, 1 short story, 1 essay. It'll take you like 15 minutes, but read it every day. 1 short story, 1 essay, 1 poem a day. Consistency is key. Jadi kayak jangan langsung kayak tiba-tiba, okay, gue mau jadi hobi as a prolific reader. I'm gonna challenge myself to read like 50 books a month straight off the bat like that. It can work, tapi abis itu lo bakal kecapean.
Okay. Jadi
consistency is key. Just start small.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, like I said before, sekarang kan udah ada audiobook. There's Kindle, there's ebooks. So like make it easy for you. Kayak kalau misalnya physical books feels like it's too demanding, try audiobooks.
Okay. Kalau lo baca buku, lo tuh selalu agree with the author's point of view atau gimana?
Kadang-kadang when I don't agree with an author's point of view, gue nggak selesai baca bukunya.
Okay.
Sometimes it's too much. I'll take it as a note, but I won't finish the book.
Okay. Tapi lo juga percaya nggak sih ketika buku itu misalnya lo juga nggak suka, ya you will finish the book, ya nggak sih?
Move on.
Yeah, just move on.
There's like 1 million other books.
Iya, benar. Ya basically yang kayak tadi lo udah sebutin gitu. Buku itu merupakan pemikiran si penulis tersebut dong. Jadi kayak menurut gue itu juga important ketika orang sadar kalau lo kayak gitu juga nggak, Hai? Ketika lo baca buku, lo sadar ini tuh penulis yang edukasinya begini atau dia tuh backgroundnya kayak gini. Kayak maksudnya
yes.
jadi lo kalau beli buku atau baca buku, lo tuh milih, gue pengen tahu perspektif orang yang di industri ini tuh gimana, industri yang A, B, C, ya nggak sih?
Iya. Oh, book haul again. Segueing from that. Jadi gini. Kita waktu itu pernah ngobrol nih tentang the world of psychology. Right? Gue ada buku ini bagus. It's called The Body Keeps the Score. Jadi, pernah baca nggak?
Yeah. Well,
jadi
I finished it sih, tapi gue baca.
I haven't finished it either. Ini buku, like, it's hard. Soalnya ini tentang a mental note of, it's like a compilation of notes from this psychiatrist about like his experience dealing with patients. Terus kayak his patients are sick, like they are not to belittle people with mental health problems, of course, but like I've never seen people that live through all of the things that he's outlined here. Ini tuh kayak serem banget menurut gue. Terus kayak buku ini tuh kayak ngomongin tentang Freudian theories in psychology. Yang kayak it's about like cause and effect. If someone hits you, your body's gonna keep the score. It's gonna show up. The wounds are gonna show up one way or another. It can be like a physical wound. It can be a mental wound, right? Cause and effect. Terus, there's also another book, like The Courage to Be Disliked. Now, this book, and he hates Freudian psychology. He doesn't like things having a cause and effect theory. It's more like yeah, that happens. So what? Move on. It's more like that. So like these books kind of contradicts each other, but at the same time, these two books actually matter, and like none of them is wrong. Atau gimana? You know?
Interestingly, buku yang
It's
gue
interesting.
suka adalah this like interestingly yang tadi gue mau nunjukin ke lo.
Oh my god. There's a quote. You can be the brightest, juiciest peach in the tree, but there's always going to be someone who doesn't like peaches or like doesn't like the fruit, you know?
Exactly. Jadi Hai, gimana lo bisa nge-encourage other women atau siapapun untuk baca buku dan atau bisa membudidayakan atau punya habit baca buku?
Well, think about it like this. To quote Sri Mulyani, actually, she said that reading is like shopping for thoughts. Instead of online shopping, you're shopping for ideas and opinions. And I feel like that's so beautiful. And it doesn't cost much. It doesn't cost as much.
Online shopping?
So yeah. So why not give it a try? You'll realize that it can transform your life so much.
Nice.
If you're down in a rut and after seeking advice from everyone you know, terus kalau tetap merasa nggak ada yang bisa relate dengan your problems and your turmoils, believe me that someone else have gone through the exact same experience as you and they have written a book about it. So start reading, start searching for that.
In order to feel related to someone,
yes,
ketika when you feel like you're the only one who actually experienced a certain issue, when you actually read a book, actually someone telling her part of story of the same exact issue that you're dealing with, right?
Yeah. If you're someone who's searching, if you're looking to improve yourself or trying to advance yourself in a certain field or maybe just generally, give reading a go, because the more information you have, the more advantage and leverage you have in getting you a step closer to your goal. And like if you're trying to bring the discussion into like what types of media is best on reading books, whether it be a physical book or a digital EPUB or an audiobook or a Kindle, like it does not matter. It's the experience and the process of reading that matters. Just pick and choose whatever is right for you, and if it doesn't, move on to the other.
Wow, so inspiring, Hai.
Menurut gue tuh sekarang orang-orang tuh kayak nge-glamorize reading a lot. Like they feel like they have to Instagram what they're reading. I have to make everything look perfect, a physical book, and make everything look pretty. Tapi kayak, and like some people buy books just for the cover. Like it's okay, like do it. Tapi kayak again, what matters is what you're reading. Not how expensive the book is or how rare the book is. It's the quality of it.
So Hai, apa quotes yang do you live by?
So my favorite quote is also from the author of my favorite book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. When one desires to do something, the whole universe conspires along with you.
Wow.
So manifest what you want, and everything will turn out for the better.
Okay, so you believe your strong desire will eventually attract atau manifest according to your desire. How strong your desire gitu kan ya?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So thank you Hayyu yang udah mau dan berbagi tentang
my pleasure.
Your journey. So I hope di discussion hari ini bisa membantu dan membuat perempuan di Indonesia untuk baca buku di waktu luangnya, di sela-sela waktu mereka gitu kan. So, thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.